Hey, hi, hello, and all that good stuff. I look like a potato, but at least I'm a cute potato. I was gonna do my makeup and a whole bunch of things, like I was gonna look all cute for this video, but then I'm so tired today, but I still wanted to film this because I'm excited about it. So I'm just gonna look like I always do, it's fine. Today I am bringing you my March TBR. I'm not sure if I can really call it that or not, considering that I've already started reading some of the books on it, and it's more just these are things and vlogs I'm doing rather than a really March TBR, but let's just get into it. You'll realize that as we go what everything is for. First thing I want to mention is I'm not doing any like full-length readathons in March. I didn't want to put that kind of pressure on myself to have to figure out all that stuff and then read those books for prompts, and I wasn't feeling it for March. I am, however, doing weekend readathons every single weekend in March just to try and get as much reading done as I can and just have a good time. The first of those is the 24-hour Mystery Ink-a-thon, which is hosted by Molly from Mind of Molly, who I adore with my whole heart. And I'm really excited for this one. There are 3 prompts on this little graphic here. I don't know if I'll actually end up following the prompts or if I'll just fit stuff into them loosely or what. I don't know specifically what I'm reading for it. I'm just joining in to read for the 24 hours and have a good time. I'm going to fit books off of the TBR I have into this, and I don't know what books I'm going to want to be reading that weekend yet. The second weekend in March is the Basically Readathon, hosted by Basically Brit. That's another 24-hour readathon where you just read as much as you can. The third weekend in March, I am doing the 48-hour round of Bookoplathon for Becca's Bookoplathon, and that's gonna be a time. I don't have anything planned for that one either. There is one prompt set out right now, but then there's new roll drops every 12 hours, and I just decided I'm not even going to fit anything in the first prompt yet. I'm going to wait until it gets closer to that weekend to decide. And then last weekend in March, I'm actually hosting just a casual weekender readathon, 48-hour readathon, not staying up for 48 hours, God no, but just read as much as you can to end the month. It's called the Ready for Spring Readathon because I am ready for spring. I'm done with winter. Over it. Been over it for a long time. Don't like winter to begin with, but now I'm over it. So this is just a casual readathon. Here's the little graphic. I'll link everything down below for all of these readathons. And you don't have to do the prompts if you don't want to. You can do the prompts. You can double up on prompts. I'm going to be doing live reading sprints on YouTube on both Saturday and Sunday that weekend. It's going to be a good time. Join if you want and hang out with me for the last weekend of March before my due date in April, which is mid-April, and then happy baby ejection day to me. So that's kind of part of why I'm doing a lot of stuff in March, is my baby ejection day is coming up, and although I'm excited, I'm also nervous, and I really need a lot of things to distract me right now so I don't just freak out about the giving birth part and the hospital part and the having a newborn and a toddler at the same time part. Oh, that's a lot, and I'm a little stressed out and overwhelmed about a lot of things right now, so I am glad to read a lot and be distracted. Let's just go ahead and get into all of the books on my TBR, which I have split into different sections because there are different books that are for different things. So let's just start going through these. The first set of books I have is this is 6. I don't know why I held up both hands. That makes 6. 3 Dragon middle grades, all bought from Waypoint Books, which Hannah owns. Letter M is her channel. Go check out her channel. Go check out Waypoint Books, because she is so good at finding interesting books and books with covers and books that I want and books that make me want to spend all of the money I don't have. So check her out. It was something during a live stream, some live reading sprints that we weren't reading, and she was holding up books that she had just gotten in, and there were Dragon middle grades, and the covers, gorgeous. Loved them. Wanted the books, have been wanting to read more Dragon books. So I ended up getting 3 Dragon middle grades from her shop, and I was like, this has to be a dedicated vlog. That just, has to happen. So it's gonna happen, and let's go through those books. We got Darwin's Dragons by Lindsay Galvin. I love the cover on this one. Hopefully that focuses. This one I've actually already started a little bit. I've got some tabbies in it, and it's good. It's a good time. I'm really excited to read these middle grades because I'm just feeling middle grades at the moment. This one, Darwin's Dragons, it follows sort of Charles Darwin, except for it follows his young tween assistant, and they're on the Galapagos Islands. The boy gets washed away and ends up on an island where there is dragons, and he has to survive there and hopefully try to get rescued or figure something out, but then he's kind of learning about these dragons and about this island. It's a good time. I'm enjoying it. I don't know, I thought they made it sound like there was going to be more actual historical stuff in here, but so far we haven't seen really anything of actual Charles Darwin or any of that stuff. But I'm still really enjoying it, and I'm excited to finish this one. The next one is Dragon Mountain by Katie and Kevin Sang. I think this one is one that Gavin's mentioned really loving, which if Gavin loves the middle grade, that just makes me want to read it more. So this one I don't really know what it's about either. I bought it because of the cover, but I'm going to be doing a vlog on it, so you can find out more about it when that... The last one for that vlog is A Darkness of Dragons by S.A. Patrick. This one I think is probably the most fantasy magical adventure of them all. I mean, they all have dragons, but this one I think involves more magic and things than the other ones. And I'm excited to get to it, and of course another stunning cover. Don't know really anything about it, so I can't tell you anything about it. Moving on to another group of books. These are also Hannah's fault. Well, not her fault, because it was my idea to do this, but I can blame her anyway if I want to. I'll be doing a vlog where Hannah picks my TBR for that vlog. And so I had her pick 5 books off of my entire owned TBR, which there is a lot of books, so she had quite the choice to go through those, and she picked 5 and I have to read them. So those 5 are Circe by Madeline Miller, which is something I should have gotten to a really long time ago and for some reason keep not picking up. So this is a good one to be forced into reading. This is about Circe and the Greek myth of Circe, and that's really all I know about it. I know it's a take on that, and I like Greek mythology, and I've heard basically only good things about this and about Madeline Miller's writing in general, so I'm excited to get to this one. Then we have Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert, another book that I should have gotten to a long time ago and have not. This one is actually also on my 5-star predictions that I just did a video of 5-star predictions, and this is on there, so definitely need to get to this one soon, so glad she picked this one. This is a romance about Chloe Brown, who is chronically ill and decides that she wants to try to get more out of life, so she finds a bad boy to try to teach her how to live life to the fullest. And of course, there's more to the bad boy than his bad boy charm originally makes it seem. And, you know, I'm down for it. Chronic illness rep is something I'm always looking for more of as a person who is chronically ill with undiagnosed bullshit of some sort. I like chronic illness rep, I can relate to it, and I don't find a lot of it, so I'm really excited to get to this for that reason, and I've also heard really good things about this one. Then Hannah picked Sawkill Girls by Claire Legrand. This one I don't know a ton about. I picked it up quite a while ago, and I've heard good things about it as well. It's a kind of horror YA about girls who live on an island and there's a monster, and that's really all I know. But I like the cover for this. Hannah likes it. Hannah generally has good taste, so even though I'd kind of been putting this off, I'm excited. Another one she picked was A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. I actually don't know much about this. I've never seen the movie. It's one of those books I hear people talk about a lot as being very impactful, very emotional, very sad. Hannah and Molly have both said I will cry, so you know, we'll get emotional with this one. I don't really know what this is about at all. I just hear about it a lot. Hannah also picked Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo, which is on my Kindle, which I can't find my actual Kindle at the moment, but I will find it in time to read the ebooks on my TBR. This is another one I don't know a ton about. I got it on a Kindle deal, and I liked Elizabeth Acevedo's other book, With the Fire on High, so I'm excited to get to this one and see how her writing style translates into a novel in verse. I believe this is about two girls who discover that they are sisters, or that they have the same dad, and then I think the dad dies in a plane crash, and they kind of have to figure out how to deal with all of this. That's really all I know about it, and I'm just excited to read it, especially since it should be a pretty quick read. Moving on to another chunk of books. This is the same kind of deal. I'm doing vlogs where people pick my TBR, and this is 5 books picked by Molly from Mind of Molly. She also went through my entire TBR and picked 5 books that she wants me to get to as soon as possible, so I will be getting to them. The first of which is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, which has been on my TBR for absolutely ever, and I just have not picked it up. This one I'm pretty unsure about if I'm going to like it or not. I don't know if the writing is going to be for me. I've heard very mixed things, and I don't know if it's for me or not. But Molly really loves it, and she wants me to read it, and I'm gonna read it. Hopefully, I also love it. I don't mind different kinds of writing styles in lyrical writing. I actually really like lyrical writing. Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor is one of my favorite books, and that has very lyrical writing. So I'm hoping that I really enjoy this. And I also, again, don't know a lot about the plot of this either. I just know that there's a magical circus. The rest of the books that Molly picked for me, I all have on my Kindle, so I'll put pictures of the cover here. Technically, Molly got 6 picks, but just because she wants me to read The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon, and she recommends that I read the Pale Dreamer novella first. But I didn't want to just read the Pale Dreamer novella because it's just a novella, and it's not going to give me a good enough idea of if I'm going to love the series or not. So I decided I'm going to read the Pale Dreamer novella first, and then I will read The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. This, I don't know anything about any of the books on my TBR this month. This one I'm really excited for though, because is it the last book came out recently, or is it just another book in the series? I'm unsure, but a new book in the series just came out very recently, and so there's 4 books out now and 2 novellas, I believe. And I'm just excited to get to these. I really liked Priory of the Orange Tree, even though I know a lot of people didn't love that as much. I really enjoyed Priory of the Orange Tree. It wasn't like a 5-star read, but I had a really good time with it. I really liked the writing style, so I think I'm going to like these. I don't see any reason I wouldn't like this series, and it's about time I get to it. Then we have Pages & Co., Tilly and the Book Wanderers by Anna James, which is a middle grade that I, again, don't know very much about. I got it on a Kindle deal because I heard Gavin talking about it. I saw the deal. I've been wanting to get more middle grades because it's what I probably had the least of on my shelves for a while. And this one, I love the cover. It sounds good. And Molly, again, very much seems to love this one. So I'm excited to get to it because Molly also usually has good taste. Then she picked Cinderella is Dead by Kaylin Bayron. This is a Cinderella retelling, and I don't know any more about it than that. I know it was really popular when it first came out. A lot of people were talking about it. I had a copy of it, and I just never got to it. I have a really large TBR. I never get to a lot of things. But I'm interested in this one. I don't know if I'm as excited to get to this one, because since the original hype around it, I've heard really mixed things, and some people really don't seem to like this one, and I'm just not really sure about it. But it's something that I was interested in when I first heard about it, and I have a copy of it, and Molly really loves it, and I know a lot of other people do really love it. So we'll see where I land on the feels about this one. Lastly, Molly picked Burn Our Bodies Down by Rory Power, which is her second novel. I did read Wilder Girls. I did enjoy Wilder Girls. I did not love Wilder Girls. There were parts of Wilder Girls that I was not a fan of. I hated the ending. I know that it's supposed to be kind of what it was, and I get why, but I didn't like it. I was not satisfied with it. I did not have a good time with the ending. It didn't make sense to me. That's just my opinion. It was like a 3-star read for me because there were parts of that book I just didn't care for. And I am really excited actually to get to this one though, because I really liked the atmosphere and the writing style. So I want to read more by Rory Power, and I'm hoping I like this better than I liked Wilder Girls. I promise there's not that much more. It is a huge TBR, but we're getting into smaller chunks of books now. These are books that I am reading for book clubs, the first of which is the second Skullduggery Pleasant book. I'm so excited to get to this. I honestly wanted to pick this up immediately after reading the first Skullduggery Pleasant because I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed now. I read book 1 in February and I'm obsessed now. This is another one that is a Hannah book because she is running a read-along for these, and if you're at all interested, you could definitely still join in. These are really quick reads and we're only on the second one for March. So if you're at all interested in reading these, or you've ever had any interest in these, I highly recommend you read them because they are so much better than I thought they were going to be. I kind of didn't think I was going to like them. It didn't necessarily seem like my kind of thing, but because it's Hannah's read-along, I was like, I have to join Hannah's read-along. So I joined Hannah's read-along, and now I am obsessed, and I want to read all of them right now. But I'm making sure to space them month by month because otherwise I will forget everything, and I will forget what is spoilers, and I will not be able to talk about them, and I will totally screw up participating in the read-along. So I'm going to only read one a month, and this is this month's. This one I'm actually not as sure if I will get to or not, but I would like to get to Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. I don't know if I will, but there is a read-along going on for this series right now, and I want to get to it because I love Strange the Dreamer. I haven't read Muse of Nightmares yet, but I don't see any reason I wouldn't love that as well. I love Laini Taylor's writing a lot, and so I really should get to this. I think part of the reason I keep putting this off is I hate this cover. This is such an ugly book. I hate it, and this is the copy that I own, and I hate it. If I do continue the series, or if I do read this month, I need to get a set of the pretty new paperbacks because this is so ugly and I don't want to pick it up. I don't even want to look at it. I hate it so much. I don't know what this is about, and I may or may not get to it this month, but it's on the TBR. There's one buddy read I am joining in this month, and that is These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong, which I have been very intrigued by. This copy was gifted to me for Valentine's Day by Jazz, and thank you so much. Thank you so much. I also got little Valentine's Day cards, and it was the sweetest. I was not expecting it. I don't do anything for Valentine's Day. My husband and I don't generally celebrate Valentine's Day. And just to get a little something, to feel a little special, it was very sweet. It was very sweet. And I'm excited to read this. I love this cover so much. I don't even care what it's about. I just want this cover on my shelves forever. And I'm excited to get to this. So I'm going to be buddy reading this with her and also with Christina from Looks and Books Tina. We're all going to read this together, and so I have to get to that this month. Then I just have a few other books that are just books I would like to get to this month, and that is Run Riot by Nikesh Shukla. I am sorry if I mispronounced that. I don't know a lot about this book, and I've never heard that author's name pronounced before. This was the book that was given to me in my Waypoint subscription box, which is another Hannah thing, obviously, because it's her store. And this was her pick for me, and it's just her pushing her agenda of wanting other people to read this book on me. But I figured because she wants to talk about this book and she wants other people to read this book, and it's so short too, it's not long at all, I just want to get it onto my March TBR so it doesn't go on my shelves and disappear for who knows how long until I rediscover it. So I would like to just try to read this month. Then I have Piranesi by Susanna Clark. I I don't know a lot about this. I've heard it's weird, and I just want to read a weird fantasy. So I decided that I would like to try to get to this in March as well, and it's another one that's pretty short. I don't even think, it's not even 300 pages. It's not even 250 pages. It's real short. So I'm hoping to get to this as well. And lastly, I want to read Honey Girl by Morgan Rogers because I keep seeing this everywhere right now, and I was excited for this to begin with. I got this as my book of the month for February, and I haven't gotten to it yet. I didn't get to it in February, and so I would like to get to it because I think I'm gonna really love it. People are just loving this, and I want to love it too. So I also want to get to that. And that's like 20 books. But a lot of them are short or middle grades. So there also is the matter of I haven't picked my book of the month for March yet. I haven't made my selections, and depending on what those are, I may end up wanting to read my book of the month books, or at least one of them as well. So TBR may end up over 20 books. But I'm excited for all of these. It's going to be a good month. It's going to be a chaotic month because there's at least 3 vlogs, and then I want to vlog all of the weekend readathons as well. It's gonna be interesting. A lot of vlog content from me, and I am not good at vlogging, so we will see how that goes. Anyway, this was probably a fairly long video because I'm really good at rambling all the time, and yeah. Before I close out this video, I want to ask you to check out Hannah's latest video, her TBR, because I picked out some of the books on it, and so did Molly, and so did Emma, and it is going to be a wild ride for Hannah through March, and I am excited to see how it goes, and I think you should check out her TBR and see what books I picked for it. But yeah, that's it. That's everything. That's all the books. I hope that's all the books, and I will see you next time. Make sure to like and subscribe if you like the energy that I have, whatever this is, and comment down below what you're reading in March, if you've read any of these books, if you liked them, if you're excited for my vlogs, if you think vlogs are dumb. I don't care, just comment down below, interact with me, I like it, and I will see you next time. Oh, real quick, before I go, I want to let you know that I have a Twitch channel now, and I'm going to keep mentioning it because I'm excited about it. It's linked down below. If you like watching people fail at video games at all, check it out. I've started streaming a little bit, and I hope to stream at least once a week, sometimes more, so check it out. Check it out. Give me a follow there, and come hang out with me sometimes. It'll be good fun, I promise. The last time I played Little Nightmares, and we had the bad yeet going on. So if you want to see the bad yeet and know what that's all about, you should check it out. Bye!